Hi, I am Gia, and I garden in Portugal on the Silvercoast in Zone 10B. As some of you may know, Portugal has been facing multiple storms and depressions since the beginning of January. It is now February 12th, and we are having a bit of respite from the rain. Behind me is my garden, and this is some of the damage that I suffered during the storm. This video is about what I am experiencing, and I can show you a little bit of what's been happening around here. Um, Up to this day, there are still people without water or electricity. I am lucky. Despite everything, we're okay. So join me. Um, it's not a happy video, but it's a necessary one so people can understand that it doesn't matter, you can't fight nature. So hop along with me. Let's go. Okay, so I wanted to show you how strong the winds have been. And the footage that you are seeing is not Storm Kristin because I couldn't film. It was night, I couldn't film, and it wasn't safe to be outside. And the time that I was outside was very brief, just to check on some things that were flying. Uh, but that's pretty much how it's been for days. And right now, while I'm recording this, we're having another storm. It's February 13th. It's 5 a.m. I can't sleep because there are things sometimes making noise and things going against the windows, and the windows move, so I can't sleep. So I'm editing videos. Anyway, um, the type of damage that Kristin did in my house, it messed up something in the chimney. So that is why you see water coming from the chimney, and it rains a lot. Right now, I have everything filled with water. So yeah, um, I don't know when I can fix that, but that's just one of the problems. Luckily, the roof tiles were a bit moved, but are not completely uh, removed by the wind. So those are okay-ish, but there's a lot of infiltrations and there's a lot of mold forming in the house, which is worse than other years. And as we go into the toilet floods now every time it rains because the earth is saturated. And what my cat just sneezed. The earth is saturated, so there is a lot of water. And those are my main damages right now that I can see. Long term, I have no idea what else is damaged, but right now it is, as you can see. And this is nothing compared to other people, and I am very aware of that, but it's still damage. I still have to deal with that. So, luckily, since I live in a partially enclosed area, the damage was much milder than in places that are open. So the orchard is okay, besides a few branches and a few knocked down things.
it was pretty much okay. The worst part of the damage came from the hail and from the rain, not from the wind in the orchards. The other places, well, the wind pretty much blew up all my structures, pretty much everything was gone. But it's okay. The house is a little bit of damage, but the roof is fine. Since I wasn't since I wanted to preserve as much battery of the phone, I didn't film much, but I did a little short to let everyone know that we were okay. I'll try to put the short somewhere in here. But yeah, everything considered, I was pretty lucky. In my case, I live on the hill, so when electricity goes out, water automatically goes out because water comes from pumps that are, as you might have guessed, pumped with electricity. So when something fails, everything fails. During Storm Kristin, my priority was to stay calm and make use of what I had and preserve whatever I could preserve. So, luckily, I was prepared in the sense that I have enough food for me, enough food for the cats, and I had enough gallons of water, 5 gallons, plastic jugs of water, which I save usually for the garden and for emergencies, so I had plenty of those to use. And luckily, we have a little fountain that's just a few kilometers down that we can get water when the water system fails us, because the water system does fail us a lot. And luckily we have fountain, so that helped. The power went out. It was 3 something a.m. and I knew that it was not coming back anytime soon, so my focus was to save as much battery of the phone and as much of precious little stuff that I had left, because I didn't know when things were going to come back. But I can show you the damage around me, because I don't have a car and I cannot leave. But I can show you the damage around me, but around me I had no idea about the damage. So come with me and I'll show you what Storm Kristin did. One of the things that was really worried during Storm Kristin, I was around 4:30 in the morning and I came outside and I saw the pine trees just completely wiggling towards the electricity, and I was thinking, please don't fall, because it would take very long to fix all of this. Luckily, it did broke, but it fell onto the other side. I was just thank God, because geez, that was scary. That was really, really scary. And I was out here for like 5 minutes, but the wind was so strong that I had to go back inside. It was really, really scary. As you can see, the road is getting pretty damaged. This wasn't like this. This wasn't like this at all. So the roads are getting pretty damaged. The public services were here. They are trying to clean, because this goes into the sewers. They were here trying to clean because this was full of debris. And this goes directly to the sewers and it clogs the sewer. So whatever is main areas, they do clean, but as you can see, there's a lot of debris everywhere still. The whatever is not a main path and it's not a main road, things don't get cleaned. And since there are so much more important cases in people's homes, this gets left behind. So let me show you the damage that we have here. And this is people just picking up stuff and putting stuff here as well, because this was obviously because, well, pines, we have pines everywhere, and they could not withstand the strength of the winds. So that is how you see most of the pine trees succumbed. The eucalyptus still are okay, but most of the pine trees are gone. This massive pine tree also succumbed. This has been here for ages. Ages. I mean, it looks kind of pretty, but can you imagine the strength of the wind? Look at this. The roots are here. Look at these. And this is a rock. Look at that. It's huge. It's huge. Now everything is soaking wet right now, but when the dry weather comes, this is a hazard for fires. And we have fires in this area in the summer and fall. So if this isn't cleaned, which probably won't, it's a fire hazard, a very big one. There's water everywhere because it hasn't stopped raining till today. And there's pretty much water, pools everywhere, and debris everywhere. And again, this isn't a main road. This isn't a main road, but it is an important road for when there's fires, because the fire department has to come through these roads. But look at this massive tree. Look at this. All of those trees, most of them broken. These trees have been here, I don't know, 30, 40 years. I don't know. They are very, very old trees. It's massive. It was massive destruction. I can't even imagine. I heard the noise, but I heard the noise, but it's great. You can't look at this. Every single one of them broke. It's just, I mean, the wind was so strong. And again, it's too much pine trees. We need more stronger trees to handle these adverse conditions. Yeah, this is what's happening everywhere. Landslides. And this is just on my main road. So people can't get to everything. So yeah, this is the main road that leads to my house. And yeah, and we just received another warning. And it's just starting to rain. Yep, this is just starting to rain again. Now, as I said, I live in a hill. And I have several tiers. Now, the main worry here is mudslides and the earth just falling, and it has been falling. As you can see, this is all water It was raining so severely that the earth just has been sliding away. And this is a small area. Wow, look at this. Here. Sorry. And then this here is where I had a little bed, a garden bed area. And this was full of water and just and just full of water going through here. So everything that was here is dead. Oh no, it's not fully dead. Look, this was a chayote. It died and it's trying to come back, which I have my doubts. Yes, but yeah. But yeah, concerned now is if the rains don't stop, that there will be mudslides and landslides. And there have been happening a lot around here in Portugal. And this causes people also to lose their houses and to lose their gardens, everything. So yeah, that's we really need the rain to stop. Yeah, we need the rain to stop, and we need like a week of dry weather or more. I haven't been outside much, as you can imagine, but every little nooks and crannies that I get without rain, it usually stops raining at night, and I just come outside and check everything. But we've had days of rain, like constantly raining, and it's impossible not to get. I love rain, okay? I love rain, but it's impossible not to get down without sun. Today we had like a few rays of sun, briefly, and I was like so happy just to get few, just a few minutes of little sun. But it's being hard. I will do a video on showing how the constant weather has been affecting my ability to garden and the garden. And I am hoping that soon we can start rebuilding again and just getting our lives back. Because even though I still have a house, I still have a garden despite everything. It's going to be way harder than anyone was anticipating due to everything. But we are resilient. We are resilient. It's impossible to be happy every day. It's impossible to stay positive every day. But we're trying. We're trying to rebuild. People have been helping each other. There are always people doing bad things too. I feel so sad for everybody that lost their lives, but also for the destruction of nature. And nobody talks about it, and I always get very angry that nobody counts the animal lives lost, because it was thousands. So yeah, I always get sad about that. And in some districts like Lady Anne, Marinha Grande, and the rescues of animals, they are completely obliterated, and they will need a lot of help. I mean, normal people already need help, let alone the associations and the rescues that already had a hard time before all this. So yeah, I can only hope for better days. I keep doing what I can. I can't do much besides helping and giving whatever I can to people near me. um, there's not much I can do, and I keep trying to do small things and repair small things inside the house. um, and when I can start repairing things outside. But we have we're alive. That's the most important thing. We're alive, and I'm so happy that I am hearing the birdies today. um, that makes a difference too. When there's no wind, there's no rain, just appreciating the little time I have. This video has been long. I will see you next fall. Bye.